In this module, I'm going to give a brief overview of the capabilities that allow CTD to be integrated with other software-based cybersecurity tools. Please note that this is not intended to be a technically detailed guide through actual integrations with CTD. Instead, this is a basic overview regarding the different software integrations CTD is capable of supporting. At different intervals, I'll be using Claroty's demo system to show you some aspects of CTD integration, including with Claroty's Secure Remote Access or SRA application. I'll also give brief demonstrations of what some of the relevant features are used for. First, we'll introduce some general concepts regarding integrations. Next, we'll very briefly cover each of the integrations with an examination of the value each integration can bring to your cybersecurity environment. First, we'll discuss CTD integration with Claroty's SRA application. Next, we'll discuss integration with supported third-party applications. After that, we'll discuss the vitally important task of enabling CTD syslog messaging to any Security Information and Event Management, or SIEM, solution that a customer may be using, and what information is actually being sent. Finally, we'll finish off with a brief discussion of API integrations. The Claroty platform includes the Continuous Threat Detection, or CTD, and the Secure Remote Access, or SRA, solutions. The benefits offered by these solutions are all covered in this slide and include asset inventory visibility and management, ongoing risk and hygiene assessment, remote and third-party access control, continuous threat and vulnerability monitoring, and so on. To give a quick recap, the CTD solution connects to your network, reads the traffic, and dissects data to provide visibility, vulnerability management, threat hunting capabilities, and so on. SRA complements CTD by providing a quick, easy way for third-party engineers to connect to your OT network in order to perform authorized tasks like configuration changes, site maintenance, and whatever other task is required. The purpose of this module is to illustrate the benefits offered not only by a CTD SRA integration, but by the integration of CTD with existing technology that may be used in your IT networks and OT infrastructure. This includes firewalls, CM solutions, network infrastructure, and other components seen here. The ability to integrate CTD, SRA, or both into your existing environment goes some way to providing a complete industrial cybersecurity solution, with potential to cover every cybersecurity need your organization may have. To understand why you might want a CTD SRA integration, let's have a quick recap on the subject of SRA. Secure Remote Access distributes access permissions to authorized users. Using this functionality, you can define access permissions to your OT site and provide a single place from which all access to your environment is easily controlled. It also provides real-time monitoring of user activity and review of remote sessions after they conclude. So, a CTD SRA integration combines the benefits of threat hunting, prevention of zero-day attacks, and anomaly detection with real-time knowledge of which remote users have done what on your site. Now let's enter the CTD demo system and see what the theory actually looks like in practice. What we're looking at here is the dashboard, or landing page, of the CTD solution. This is a slightly different demo environment to the one we've seen in previous CTD modules. It includes Claroty's Enterprise Management Console, or EMC. Tasks involving integration between CTD and SRA can only be done from the Enterprise Management Console. As you can see, we're using the EMC at the moment, so let's have a look at the integration tools for SRA. To integrate CTD with an SRA installation, we need server address, port number, username, and password details. As you can see here, a single CTD managed site is already integrated with SRA. Now let's see information generated as a result of the CTD SRA integration by browsing the CTD threat detection alerts. Here we have a configuration download alert generated by a remote user. Let's expand this alert to get more information. Here we see a detailed alert description for a configuration download event. Almost all the information given in this view was covered in depth during the threat detection module, but what we're after is a section we haven't yet learned about called remote access sessions. What this section is telling us is that the configuration download happened during a remote access session. This happened when an external user tried to connect to the environment from a remote location. Because CTD and SRA have been integrated into a single solution, we can see what this remote user has actually done within this environment. The names of the site and server that were accessed are both listed. So are the protocol the user used to connect to the environment and the start and end times of the session. This is a good quick summary of what happened, but if we need more detail, clicking the View button transfers me to SRA. Let's enter the access credentials. By playing the recorded video of the event, I can see a replay of the exact actions the remote user actually took within this environment. In terms of addressing zero-day attacks, the additional capabilities offered by a CTD SRA integration can be a great help in understanding what went wrong. To give some background, configuration downloads happen all the time in a well-functioning environment and are part of the operational lifecycle. But CTD always raises alerts for all events that could be deemed suspicious and that you need to be familiar with. The SRA integration takes this information flow a step further by letting you see the exact actions the user takes during the relevant event. Besides integration with SRA, we also enable integration with third-party tools. This could include solutions such as firewalls, checkpoint infrastructure, network infrastructure such as Cisco devices, or even your CrowdStrike solution. Let's take a closer look at some third-party integrations by clicking Integrations and then Third Party. From this page, you can facilitate integrations to any of the third-party solutions listed here. All that's needed is to obtain the relevant address information and access credentials for the solution to be integrated and enter them into the relevant section. Now let's take a look at how CTD integrates with a CM syslog solution. If CTD is integrated with a CM solution, various types of syslog messages can be relayed to that solution. One important message type that may be forwarded is alerts. CTD will forward all events of interest that should be investigated by SOC analysts. Events will also be forwarded. As we've learned in previous modules, events occur within the environment all the time, and many of them are not malicious. Regardless of this, all system events will be forwarded and visible to SOC analysts. At a lower tier, baselines will also be forwarded. As we've learned, baselines typically cover every communication that occurs within the environment. However, this is not usually the optimal way to relay data to a SOC team because they only need to see relevant events that are subject to the required triage. Lastly, CTD can also send health check status messages. This is mainly done to verify that CTD is operating as it should. So, let's go back to CTD and check out the basics of a CM integration. For this, we need to be in the Integration section and CM syslog subsection. Remember that we're doing this from an EMC, and we need to specify which CTD site within the console is relevant. We start by clicking the Create New icon and selecting the site being monitored by CTD from which syslog logs must be sent. Next, we specify what information density we want. In the Investigation Tools module, we learned all about the different tiers of information density that are available for viewing. Once we configure all parameters needed for the CM solution and click Save, CTD will begin sending CM syslogs to that solution. Claroty also features support for API integrations. For detailed information on API integration and how to use Claroty APIs, feel free to visit our Partner Portal's Resource Library section. From there, you can download our Web API User Guide for further assistance. You can also reach the API documentation for CTD from the CTD user interface. Click Admin, then click API Explorer. Based on the information you want to gather from the CTD API, this resource has full descriptions. Built-in information like assets, IDs, alerts, and task inquiries is also documented here. With that, we conclude the section on integrating CTD with other cybersecurity solutions. And thank you for your time.